Congratulations on your hoops haul, honor for this. This is a big moment for you, I know, and your family and your fans are really excited. But I have to start off, where were you when you actually got that call?
I was in my office just, answering emails and getting work done. That's kind of the running joke. I get a lot of questions on what I was doing and how it felt. I was just going throughout my day, making sure that my kids are paying attention in their class, about to take out the trash or something like that. And I got the call and it pretty much just stopped me right there in my tracks.
It's an amazing accomplishment that I know most, basketball players eventually dream of, which leads me to this is throughout your career, I heard fans, analysts, other players say you were a future Hall of Famer. Was there ever a moment in your career where you thought like, hey, I have a Hall of Fame resume? Did that ever cross your mind, even for a moment?
Oh yeah, I mean, that's all I used to think about. Just I put it into my daily work. Anytime I went back to the gym, I went to practice, I got on that court, playing games. I wanted to be great, and I always thought of myself as a Hall of Famer. But it was just an aspiration, at that time. It was something I visualized about and really, really meditated on, and I had the confidence in saying that. But when it really happens, it's just in a different capacity. I couldn't be more thrilled and more honored and just really more proud of the work that I put in and the friends that I made along the way.
You spent 7 seasons with the Toronto Raptors. Canada loves you. How do you feel, your journey with the franchise that you still have a bunch of records for kind of helped your journey to the Hall?
It's been everything. That's one of the things that I found myself really reflecting on, thinking about the whole journey, thinking about being that little skinny 210-pound kid with no facial hair coming to Canada. I had never been to Toronto. I hadn't even been to many NBA games, but that's where the journey started professionally. And just to think back on those times, and how the city embraced me. I mean, I had other friends in the NBA, like when they saw how much love there was in the city and how excited the fans were about basketball, or if they saw me out at the grocery store or something, they'd lose their minds. And, my friends couldn't believe it. They'd be like, what is going on? I was like, hey, man, they love sports out here. It's just a wonderful town. And it was a great place to start off my journey in the pros.
Do you have any favorite memories, either on or off the court, with your time at the franchise? I always hear from former players, it was a shock that first winter, but do you have a favorite memory on or off?
I don't have one in particular. I would say off the court, the food. I miss the food to this day. That's pretty much, I'm a self-proclaimed foodie, and it started in Toronto, having all those, delicious delicacies from all over the world, and meeting friends and people and, going to dim sum. I had never heard of it, and being able to do things like that, it was very, very fundamental in my growth. And, just and to this day, anytime we go to Toronto, we visit all the old restaurants and new restaurants and just see the food culture that's out there. I would definitely say that's one of the things I really miss. And of course, on the court, playoff games. I wanted to play more playoff games in Toronto. I was so happy for the city when they got that championship experience. I already knew once they had a good team and they were going to be in the playoffs, Toronto is going to be a tough place to play. That's one of the regrets of my career, not having enough playoff games in Toronto. I truly did feel that I missed out on an opportunity, but just seeing how those fans react, how passionate they are about the game, and how loud it can be in well, it's not the American Air, I mean the Air Canada Center anymore. It's the Scotiabank Center, right? So, it's a loud place to play.
You have been so busy. You put, Hoops Hall of Fame on it this year, but you also wrote a book out on June 1st, Letters to a Young Athlete. When did the writing process for this actually start, and why did you want to do this?
Well, it pretty much started as you know. If people don't know, I had to retire at 30, right before my 32nd birthday, and I found myself just out of the league and out of the game, and I was heartbroken. The game goes on and life goes on, but I just found myself trying to cope with the pain. And one of the outlets was writing. I found myself writing every morning and just journaling and writing down how I felt. I really didn't think too much about it. But as time went on, I got to a better place and I started reflecting on that journey, reflecting on those good times in Toronto. Even on the tough days, even when it was cold and we pushed through with that win, but we got, we got through it. We persevered through any challenge. The bus rides and the coaches giving me a hot meal and maybe even a pair of sneakers when I was a kid, so that I could play on the team. Those are the things that I was thinking about. And I eventually came to the point where I knew that I could write something that could be a gift to young athletes or anyone trying to better themselves and reach their goals. So it's kind of like my memento to the game of basketball and to the game of life as well, because I think a lot of people can really benefit from it.
Out on June 1st now. Besides that, like I said, you're so busy. Like you basically have your own basketball team of a family with your kids,
Yeah,
you're teaching as well, but you launched your own record label. Daddy Joe,
yeah.
we see you in the studio producing a bunch. Can we look forward to Chris Bosh debut album?
Maybe one day. I hope so. I will not be singing or doing anything like that. It will be, me as a producer.
Not even some
But
riffs on the
that's been
guitar?
yeah, but that's been one of the great things. Another passion that I found outside of basketball has been music. I have gotten deeper and deeper into the art, and I just really, really enjoy doing it. So much to the point where we wanted to launch some music, launch a record label. We do have some projects on the way, and we're creatively thinking about how to unveil them, how to do new stuff, how to do cool stuff, how to pair music with visuals, and also, yeah, maybe even me putting something out. But like I say, no, no artistry or anything like that. My artistry is in the sonics and in the music.
Have any of your former teammates or friends, like I know Dwayne Wade, he was featured in a track not long ago, but like LeBron, has anybody reached out to you to get your producing skills on them?
No, no, not yet. I've worked with Rico Love. He's a good friend of mine. We write all the time, even so much to the fact where back in 2016, that's what got me hooked. We got a record on Gucci Mane. That was pretty much like, okay, I have to do this. And me and Rico have been working together. Another person that we have worked with, which she is so awesome, is Deborah Cox. Shout out to Toronto. She's
CDN.
awesome. And yeah, I mean, it's just been great connecting with great people, putting out great music, and just having a great time.